sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here in this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Lawrence. But it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and now you've got a chance to go up 2 scores in this game.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. ETN bring it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Faking the give, Darnold. Eluding the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 31 yards. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Got it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history will ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys that...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, 37 yards. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And third down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. Going for it, here's ETN. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Laviska Shenault, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking the ball.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that's complete DT. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Panthers have recovered. 2nd time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
At both times, I think they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the 2nd half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the 2nd half, they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing and then maybe explode at the right time.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Hey, back.
Now Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Etienne up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Running right, here's McAllister. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. LaVista Chenault. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from the 1. Darnold a sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Darnold scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers are pouring it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the... This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On third down, Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll try and run for it. Finding space at the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. can't even get a play off.
On the set. Hey, you.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the give, McAllister with it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job was to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now it's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Three quarters in the books.
On the double.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. A handoff to McAllister. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This is McAllister. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the carry, it's McAllister. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A give running left, McAllister. And he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every